abundantly and never asks for anything back. It makes everything, live, grow. That is the source of God. That is literally a physical manifestation of God. And that corresponds with our heart. That is our heart. Is it true about music 440 hertz and 432 hertz? Yes, so today's music is tuned to 440 hertz. That's the standard music setting, which was changed around the beginning of the 1900s. What are your thoughts on Islam? I mean, I don't agree with any religion personally. Religion is a construct on the mind. You see, we shouldn't seek to believe anything. We should seek to know things. And knowingness is different from believing. Belief has got us in the world that we live today by believing other people. Knowingness is completely different. Knowingness is going out there and directly experiencing, and you gain wisdom from direct experience. So in the esoteric, that's what knowingness is. It's called gnosis. 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 Knowledge obtained through direct experience. So instead of believing in God, in the esoteric, we like to directly experience God by getting out-of-body experiences, having mystical experiences, studying the brain, studying these things, so we can actually have direct knowledge from these things. But religion is like, I believe in this and believe in this, but belief is a doubt. Belief is a form of doubt. In order to believe something, there is a part of you that says that it doesn't exist. So you have to have faith. So religion is just a form of, belief. And belief, the word belief has lie within it. Is there a way I can talk to you one-on-one? Yeah, I do one-on-one calls now and then. There's should be on my link tree somewhere, I think. If you experience God within religion, then isn't that the same thing? No, because God, if you say a word, then that's not God. God is the unmanifested consciousness. God has no true form. God is the infinite awareness behind you, behind the dog, behind the leaf, behind the stars. If it has a name, then it's not God. God is the unmanifested consciousness. Has no name, no form, no nothing. And that's what you are. You come from that void. You come from the nothingness, from the pure infinite. And if you turn off your mind, you're not your name, because your name is a part of your mind. Your belief is a part of your mind. If you turn off your mind in meditation, what is left? That's the self. It has no name. But that's the cause that every single action you've ever taken has come from that cause. That pure energy, pure causal, there's no words to describe it. It can only be experienced, and that's what I've just explained through gnosis. Gnosis is that direct experience. Does that make sense? So you are an expression of God's consciousness, yes. Are there soulmates? I mean, I don't personally go into that stuff. It's the definition of the soul. Pure awareness, pure life, pure cause. Do you believe in the afterlife of some sort in the fourth dimension? These questions can be answered if you seek them. You can answer these yourself. You can experience death. And this is what we should all, like I said, gnosis, we should all seek to not only just read things and believe them, to directly go and do these things ourselves. put ourselves in altered states of consciousness where we can experience these things. You will never die. You will never die. It's impossible. You can't escape the universe. You can't escape God. You can't escape consciousness. You have two paths. You have the path. You can't escape the universe. It's impossible. And this is why certain people who are probably running the world, they probably disagree with the truth, with God. Because they cannot escape, no one can escape the universe. We were all one with God, but then we fractured out to experience individuality and consciousness. But the elites, or Satanists, whatever you want to call them, disagree with that. And they would prefer to live in their own personal consciousness instead of ascending back to one with God. They disagree. So you have two paths. You have the path of self-mastery and ascension. Because when you die, you will never escape yourself. So you either master yourself or you don't master yourself. How do we increase our aura or energy? So your aura is literally produced. That is your spirit. That is your spirit, right? This is produced and shaped and molded by the mind, mainly the mind, because the mind shapes the heart. What we think becomes a feeling in the heart. So to increase our energy, we have to master our mind. So if we master the mind, master what attention we give thoughts to, and only make the mind a powerhouse of control, most people's minds, including myself before any of this, my mind was a mess. My mind was, if I wanted to create something, something would tell me in my mind and I can't do it. That is a weak mind. So we should aim to gain a powerhouse of the mind that does not take away the power of you. The mind needs to give you power, not take away your power. You and your mind need to be best friends. Best friends. And when the mind becomes a powerhouse of control and a monarch of control over the self, you no longer waste the mental energy and any attention on anything else. And you can literally create things. But the aura is shaped by our thoughts, and our thoughts shape how we feel. So what we think directly corresponds with what we feel. Whatever happening in the mind happens what we feel in the emotional dimension of the heart. Does that make sense? So if you start to think about something that worries you, you start to think about work or bills, and that's stressing you in the mind, what happens is straight after that, you start to feel that energy. You start to feel it. You start to feel a horrible pain in your chest or gut. So, whatever we think in the mind directly corresponds with the heart, and that becomes our energy, our aura. So we can gain a powerful mind, we gain a powerful heart, which strengthens the aura, as well as our physical health also. So mind, body, emotion, they're all interlinked. They're interlinked. So have you ever seen that symbol? Let me show you. I shouldn't be showing you this, but I'll show you anyway. It's part of the new book that I'm writing. It's here. This is that symbol that the ancients were trying to show you. This symbol here. Very powerful symbol. It's a symbol of thought, emotion, action, but notice how it's all one interlocked line. showing and symbolizing how they all interconnect. So thoughts produce changes in the body produces changes in emotions produce change in the mind. It's all interlocked. So if the body's unhealthy, the mind will be unhealthy, so are the emotions. If the emotion's unhealthy, then the mind will be unhealthy, so is the body. So it's an interchanged interconnected system. Here's another powerful, I shouldn't be showing you this, but this is the symbolism of the ancients, what they're showing you here. Mind energy feeding into the heart, and the heart is producing emotion. So this is what the ancients are trying to show you. The body is a living diagram of how creation is created. We think, we feel, we act. We think, we feel, we act. Think, we feel, we act. It's a downward manifestation process. Everything comes in from the spiritual planes into the mind, the heart, the body. So yeah, you're a powerful being. Can you explain, what was that? Please, your explanation on 666 missed out how it connects to carbon. Yeah. Do you still have an affiliate program? Yeah, we still do. Yeah. Probably flag my live. Can you explain if we ever stop reincarnating? Yeah, so it depends on... See, the ancients were trying to... I'll show you something. If I show you this... Where's it gone? So all the answers we ask are in symbolism. The ancients spoke the language of symbolism. If you have any time, I definitely recommend you go out there and do research on symbolism, because it's the most important topic by far that you could ever research. It blows your mind what the ancients were trying to show us. And when you can read it, it really blows your mind, and it shows you how intelligent they were. So here is the scales of Ma'at. This is Anubis. So Anubis is the god of death. So remember, this isn't that they're not trying to show you a real person. This is allegorical. So this is allegory or mythol or symbolism, metaphors, right? So if this is the god of death, he represents the process of death that you will go through. Everyone dies. So this is death, your heart, and a feather on a scale. So it's showing you your heart needs to be as light as a feather. As light as a feather. So what does that mean? So when you die, your heart needs to be as light as a feather. Now, what is the heart? Well, let me show you what your heart is. Why are you watching this live right now? Ask yourself this. Why are you watching this live? Because you have some form of care. So the body is following what the heart cares about. So if my heart cares, I'm going to take actions towards what I care. If I don't care about this live, I'm going to go off it and continue scrolling. So what the ancients are trying to show you here is that your heart needs to be as light as a feather. Meaning when you die, you need to have no emotional attachment to the external world. We need to have... That's not to say do not love people, do not love everyone, do not love your relationship or whoever, However, we need to have balance between the outer world and the inner world. If we have a lot of care for the external world when we die, we care about addictions, we care about smoking, we care about sex, we care about music, we care about these physical addictions. If the heart cares about the material world and has all these emotional attachments, when we die, we will suffer and we will reincarnate more than likely. So it's about gaining mastery over our hearts and gaining detachment from the external world before we die. And that's what the Matrix basically does. It corrupts the mind, so you only care about food, sex, football, entertainment, and just keeps you locked in this low animalistic state. I never received my book. Oh, that's no worries. If you haven't received a book, keep in mind, it can take maybe 2 weeks to get to you. But just contact my email, revivalofwisdomassistance@outlook.com, and they'll get back to you either today or tomorrow morning. So do not worry, everything will be sorted. Do not worry. So symbolism, that's the whole reason why I'm doing the next book, because it's so important. It's so important. It's a lost language. Humanity has lost the ability to read symbols, and that is the language of consciousness. Consciousness works in symbols, people. Consciousness works in symbols. How does consciousness work in symbols? Okay, let me give you a great example. Let's say you had a really bad car crash as a child. No, actually. Let's say you ate a mushroom. No, you ate a chocolate bar, a Twix chocolate bar as a child, and you got really sick and you went through a lot of emotional trauma from that chocolate bar. Okay? So now, because you went through that emotional traumatic experience, when you look at a Kit Kat again, a Twix. When you look at the Twix again, it's going to remind you, it's going to be a symbol of that state of consciousness that you felt when you were traumatically ill off that Twix bar. So symbols is the language of the subconscious mind. So symbols make you go inside yourself. They reveal emotions. They reveal things that you associate with it. They make you think internally. So today in the modern education system, they removed all the symbolism and they gave you logic. Now, that's not to say logic's bad, but what they do now is say, this is that, this is that, this is that, and this is that. Believe it, write it, and do a test. That does not enhance critical thinking. That does not engage critical thinking. But if I give you a symbol and say, go inside and think what this symbol can represent, now this makes you go internal and connect everything you know to the symbol. It makes you think critically. So symbols are a way for people to access higher consciousness, for people to critically think and go within themselves and pull things out of their subconscious mind. But, everything they do now is externalized. Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense. But yeah. But thank you, everyone. It's been an amazing time speaking to you all. That is why I got answers that cannot be answered in words. Yeah, very well said. Very well said, yeah. So symbolism, it's very difficult to explain them in words. But yeah, thank you, everyone. It's been a pleasure speaking. I'm going to leave you all here. And hope you all have an amazing day, amazing night, wherever you are in the world. Take care of yourselves. And yeah, take care, everyone. Have an amazing day. Join my Telegram. It's in my bio that says Telegram. Well, it says a little symbol of Telegram. Click that. It's a free Telegram channel. I send little messages in there every day. But yeah.